Hey everyone, it's your boy all.star.geek here. So, I have a little theory of how the Red Hulk can affect the rest of the MCU, the next phase of the MCU. And here is my theory. My minor spoilers, possibly, because I don't want, like, what if I get this right and it's a spoiler? So, come in with at your own risk. Alright, when time's over. So, we saw by the new trailer of Captain America Brave New World that the Red Hulk's going to be in it. I mean, we already knew because of the leaks and all this other stuff. Like, we knew the Red Hulk was going to be in it. But look at this poster. That's so clean. Just. So, I personally feel like he is going to be able to set up the Thunderbolts. Because what if the Thunderbolts are brought in together for a threat, to stop a threat like the Red Hulk? Someone that, after the events of this movie, they're going to see he's a big threat. So unless he gets locked up, unalived, or, kept frozen, or, he unalived off screen, he can come back in a future movie or in a post-credit scene. He can sign, they can lock him up in the raft or whatever from the MCU, and when the Thunderbolts are battling Sentry, we can't take this. We need someone who's strong enough. We can get the Hulk. Wait, yeah, no, this is a Black Ops mission. We can't get the Hulk. But we can get a Hulk. No, you're not gonna get who I think you. What other choice do we have? We need someone that's big, bad, and strong that can take down a literal time bomb. And the Sentry, he's basically radiation. He's a cosmic being of the sun. He feeds on the sun. He is a carpet bombing in human form. And you know who feeds off radiation? The Red Hulk. Exactly. So, the Thunderbolts are going to need a Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt. Everett Ross himself. They can, again, cheesy little scene, but something that I could see them doing. And then having him later on in Secret Wars be a character that they don't really call on to. Maybe he'll become president for the rest of the the universe for a while, and then become the Red Hulk that we know and love and tremble under, And also right here in the trailer he says, I'm trying to recreate the Avengers, Sam. We need a leader. We need a Captain America. Are you down to come and join the team again? And Sam says, but what if we don't, what if we have conflicts? I personally feel like they're setting up the Dark Avengers. Think about it. You have all these villains coming in as Thunderbolts. All these villains are trying to be reformed and be better. What if by the post-credit scene of the Thunderbolts, or in the future, they become a next version of the Dark Avengers? Their version, the MCU's version of the Dark Avengers. You know what? There's undercop stuff, undercover, trying to get the bad guy thing isn't working. We need a new face. We need a new Avengers. An Avengers that's controlled by the government. Because we're not having another Soviet Accords, alright? You either get in line, or you get the hell out of our way. That's our motto. Ghost. You're the new Black Widow. Sorry, Elena. Just because your sister was it, does not mean you get to be the next Black Widow. Red Guardian. Yes, boss. How would you like to be our captain? John Walker can even be I should be Captain America. I'm the one. But Red Guardian would be a better fit as a version of Captain America in the Dark Avengers. Because he actually knows how to fight. He's not controlled by his emotions like John Walker is. And he doesn't really want the mantle. He's the Red Guardian. He fights the way he does. But yeah, that could set up the Dark Avengers, because you hear Thunderbolt Ross explaining we need the Avengers. The world needs the Avengers. But remember, the Soviet Accords have occurred. Even though in She-Hulk it was retconned, or just sweet under the road, oh yeah, the Accords are done. We don't have to worry about that. Heroes can just be heroes now. I'm I like the show. It was okay. I wouldn't say it's my favorite one. But I did not like the fact that a lot of things were swapped under the rug and just, oh yeah, this character, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna make a video about that. That how a lot of a lot of characters were wasted in that show that had a lot of potential in the MCU. But no, I digress. It's a video for another time, my peeps. And my final theory on how the Red Hulk is gonna affect the MCU going forward is, what if he's the one to say yes to Weapon X? Because remember, they're looking for adamantium. They barely found the liquid version of it in this movie. Like, that's one of the synopsis. They found a strong metal, and they're gonna find out that the vibranium is strong, but it's not the strongest metal. It can again, vibranium only affects the vibration. Like, it can impact, it can withstand punches, but it's not invulnerable. Look at the way T'Challa just, left the claw marks on the shield. That means it can be cut from a different version of metal, because that was also vibranium. So vibranium on vibranium can attack each other, but adamantium cannot. It's the most unbreakable metal in the world. And in some versions of the comic, Captain America's shield is made of vibranium and adamantium. So what if after the fight, after everything that he's been through, and he forms his dark Avengers, he needs people. He needs other people that we have not met yet. So he finds a soldier by the name of James Howlett. Depending, hopefully we get Hugh Jackman back, and if not, this is my MCU version of Wolverine. He tests him. He's like, "Do you want to be the next?" Again, because a lot of these characters, like John Walker, Abomination, all them, they wanted to be the next Captain America. They're like, "I want to be the hero of my country." So what if this guy? He can even know Red Guardian. They could even be like past members of a version of Alpha Flight. Or the Red Guard. I think that was what it was called, the Red Guard, like the Canadian version of the Avengers. Like, they can even have Red Guardian can be like, "I know a guy. If you need a top soldier, he's not really strong, but he heals really fast and he can take a punch. And he's he's fast, but he can't fight that well. He only needs an extra edge, an extra kick. Let me get him. His name is James Howlett. He's a great Canadian soldier. I fought alongside him. We call him, to give him his one of his nicknames from the comics, we call him Lucky James, because he always got out of the scrap. No matter what battle he was in, no matter how dearly it looked like we were all going to fail, he pulled through without a single scratch on him. Lucky bastard. I'll give him a call. And then Everett Ross sees him, meets him, and that's how the new version of the Weapon X program, with him and Giancarlo Esposito's character coming together to create a new weapon for the MCU. Their answer to vibranium, their answer to Wakanda. A soldier made of extremely hard metals. The strongest metal on Earth. The metal that you literally have to burn at 1 billion degrees to be able to liquefy. The weapon only known as Weapon X. Okay, I'm sorry, that was a little corny. Let me redo that. Only known as Weapon X. And they come together and make new weapons, even make new different characters that are, from the MCU. From the comics into the MCU. Like, they can even make Alpha Flight, but instead of making the Canadian version, they just have Canadian actors under a branch of government, from Thunderbolt Ross's, Red Hulk's, branch of government. Be like, "Oh yeah, they're part of the Dark Avengers. They're part of our race." But they're not going to call it the Dark Avengers, obviously. Maybe they'll go by Thunderbolts or a different name, but I feel like Red Hulk is going to be the one to create the Dark Avengers. And they did say that Peter Parker in Spider-Man 4 is going to possibly fight a different version of Green Goblin and Doc Ock. So what if we get the MCU version of Norman Osborn into the MCU? The MCU version of Norman Osborn in here, and have him show up in the sequel or in the Dark Reign movie where he becomes Iron Patriot. Because remember, the Edith glasses and all of Tony Stark's technology, I don't know if it's still canon because, again, the whole Peter's Witch thing. They have the technology. Damage Control has that technology. Everett Ross is the president. If he has the president, he can get the pull and be like, "You know what? I want everything of Tony Stark's weapons that he had." And then that's when Don Cheadle, Rhodey, And Armor Wars can be like, you know what? No, this might be Tony's property that you've taken from him, but you are not going to take the mantle of Iron Man. And if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be me, because he was my friend. I was there with him. You may used to be a soldier, Ross, so you of all people should know the loyalty within the band of brothers. Just because we never fought together doesn't mean we never bled together. In war, I fought alongside him countless times. Why? Because we were Avengers. If we couldn't save the world, you'd be damn well sure we would avenge it. So you're not going to take my brother's weapons and make them your own. He fought his whole life, his rebirth over it. He let the world know he was Iron Man, and they wasn't going to make any more weapons for you. But he was going to make a weapon, an armor around the world to protect those he hurt with the weapons he created for people like you. You want to come at me? Go ahead. Bring everything you got. But you will never be or take what he made. I'll give you that much, sir. You know, like, have that set up also Armor Wars. But, you know, if he happens to somehow be able to create a version. Because remember, Justin Hammer still exists in the universe. He's in prison, but he still exists. So he can make a version of armor, give that to Thunderbolt Ross, and that dude can give it to Norman Osborn of this version. You know? Anyways, that's my video. Thank you for watching and stopping by as always. You're always welcome here. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being part of my little universe. And thank you for choosing me to be a YouTuber. To be your YouTuber. I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you for the views. And as always, I've been your boy, all.star.geek. Be safe. Don't do anything dumb. I appreciate you. I need you. Please don't hurt yourself or others. Because you don't know your worth. Alright? I love and appreciate you. I need you. And remember, as long as you get back up after they beat you down, no matter how many times you have to do it, you're always winning. Because losers stay down and accept defeat. You still get up and say, you know what, world? Bring it on. Because you sure as fuck have not defeated me yet. Alright. As always, I've been your boy, all.star.geek, signing off.